recently caught a new Fer-de-lance, also known as the Barbara Maria. If anything does happen, just don't move and you're fine, because you're visible to him if you don't move. Take it out of the cage and take a small sample of his venom, actually a large sample. We're going to milk the snake and make a dilution so I can take an injection, which is a very dangerous thing in itself. Not to mention handling the snake in general is very dangerous, being 75% lethal. I'm going to make his donation right now. Try not to damage the snake and damaging me. Ready for your donation? You already got it. And I make a little extra squeeze, make sure you got it all. Oh, I was trying to hold back. There we go. This is the Barbara Maria. There's no anti-venom for miles, 4 hours away to Guatemala City. It's the most venomous, dangerous snake in North, South, and Central America. It's responsible for more deaths than any other venomous snake here in the area. The most dangerous part, of course, is picking up the snake and putting it down. Is when the snake has the most opportunity to bite you. Part 2, injection of the venom. This is the venom from the Barbara Maria. That amount is lethal. I'm going to take a small amount of that with this syringe and put it in this test tube. This test tube is it's a graduated cylinder actually. This graduated cylinder is filled with 10 milliliters of saline solution. And then I'm going to take an injection. I would not recommend anybody ever doing this. It's a bad idea. You ask any doctor, the doctors that I work with, they told me it was a bad idea.
Why do you do this?
Reason number 1 is that I gain immunity and it protects myself. And I plan to catch 10 more giant, large, very large Fer-de-lance, much larger than this, to start an anti-venom project with the Guatemala City Zoo. Stir in the syringe. And secondly, it'll provide protection for someone else. My blood serum can be used as anti-venom within time. The main problem here is 1, liver damage, shut down your liver and kill you. Depending on the snake venom, it can shut down your kidneys, your liver. You could die from anaphylactic shock. Neural shutdown, your nervous system can shut down as well. These are what could happen to me.
You dilute it with anything?
I'm going to dilute it in this water. Yeah, I definitely want to dilute. This is like acid. This is one of the most venomous, one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. This amount right here would send me to the hospital alone if I took it.
So what's all this other stuff here for?
It's in case of accident and I have to perform surgery. I don't have any venom, but at least I could perform surgery if necessary. Okay, I've already done a skin test. I placed the venom and placed it on my skin. I've already done scratch tests. I've scratched my skin and placed the venom on a scratch. And I've actually put 100% of the venom and done a needle prick with it. So this will be the first subcutaneous injection of this type of venom. I've previously done this with neotropical rattlesnake venom. Corallus doracis doracis. This, I'm just going to take a small shot subcutaneously. I'm going to put it under my arm to get the maximum lymphatic response. I want my lymphatic system to produce antibodies. This is close to the lymphatic area, and it's a out of the way area. There's going to be some bruising. The venom creates bruising and damage, tissue damage. If I take too much, the bruising goes all the way to my shoulder and my arm, and it will be in my chest as if I were very minorly bitten. If I take the right amount, there'll be about a 3-inch bruise. When I take too little, the bruise is smaller. If I take 3 doses of the exact same injection, each time the bruise gets smaller as your antibodies produce. Your antibodies combat it each time more and more. Your body gets used to it. So I'm going to try to reduce this down to a small injection. Better I take my shirt off with this. I'm going to probably do it right about there.
Injecting yourself with the venom, do you still think about what this poison will do to you?
Of course I do. Of course I do. I think about how dangerous it is. I think about anaphylactic shock. At any time I could develop an allergic reaction and drop dead on the floor right after I do it.
So what do you think about when you're putting that needle in you?
I'm trying not to think about it, actually.
There's the injection.
boy, it burns. Woo! Does it burn? Took about 1/10 of a cc, and it feels like fire.
So how often would you do this?
I'd probably do it once a week for the rest of my life, because I'm going to start on several other species of snakes, and I'll probably start, after a while, I'll start to do a cocktail of 3 or 4 species at the exact same time.
So if you injected too much, what would happen?
It would leave immediately it would start to burn, much worse than it is. It would start to spread and spread and spread and get hotter and hotter, and it would turn darker and darker color, and in 15 minutes there'd be a black spot. Arm would be black. It's incredible strong tissue destruction. So it looks like I did it just right. I got a little pain, but very little bruising.